What's up, YouTube? It's your boy DR2727. Shout out to my Transformers collectors, my 1/12 scale collectors, Marvel Legends collectors, whatever you collect. Shout out to you. And I've already done a video for this month. I did my Transformers Siege, my random rambling thoughts on that. So go check that out. But I promise you guys another video. So I'm giving you guys another video, and this video is titled "It's just the downfall of X-Transbots." And so basically, it's revolved around Dr. Egg. They released it yesterday, I think Monday, the 10th, or 2020, and it wasn't that they released it or released more info about it. It's the price that's associated with it, and the price is $170, $499, $175, whatever. Go check out. That's what the retailers have for like TF Source, Chosen Prime, whoever. And I think that before I bury them, let's give them their flowers. I think that one of the things X-Transbots does well is, one, they smartly tackle characters, right? They pretty much were going after characters nobody else has done, which I'm a huge fan of that for all companies, because when you do that, your product gets bought, and you basically can be around a lot longer. So even with the Quintessons, I think that is a very smart choice for a character. I think X-Transbots, by and large, until recently, chose characters correctly. I think that they have always nailed the sculpts. So like the toy look like it's supposed to look. Like Toon Tickles, whatever. It looks in buy and out mode. They look the way they're supposed to look. And I say this about KFC. They've always given premium features to their toys. They've always included die cast. They've always included paint. And they've also listened to the community. They were the first ones, I think, to do ab crunches. So like they've always, even with this Quintesson, they're pushing a button with a remote control, rechargeable battery, some of the features in there. But the things that X-Transbots doesn't do well or exceeds the things they do well. Build quality, horrible paint. They do paint it, but a lot of times the paint is wrong. Go check their trail breaking their hoist, or it's just second rate. Like a lot of stuff they do it, but they do it second rate. Almost like that kid who just do it just for the sake of doing it. Like where your parents have to tell you to take pride in something. Like it don't seem like they take pride in everything they do, or they try to cut corners somewhere. The transformations are, but like their final products are. If you ever look from the back, most of the toys look horrible from the back. But whatever, nobody looks at toys from the back. The thing is with X-Transbots, they make in my opinion, they make a below grade product. They're behind Fans Toys, Make Toys, MMC, Unique Toys / DS9. Like they are actually even Bad Cube, but we'll say they're above Bad Cube because they tackle more challenging products. But they're like the fourth or fifth best third party company making Transformers, in my opinion. So one user said it best. They posted this on Facebook. They posted the Dr. Egg and all the features. It comes with a rechargeable battery. It comes with a remote, and if you press remote, it's lights and sounds, and it basically can auto turn. All cool features. Won't knock them at all. I think that the problem is the $174.99 price tag. They done lost their damn minds. And I say that because, one, this is a figure, like everybody knows, this is a figure that doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't transform. The only articulation is the tentacles, and once you have one, you have all four. So like it just sits there. So if you include a stand, paint the eyes, I think most people will be happy. Like the lights and sounds are cool, but most people will be happy without it. So for adding a $175 price point to it, it makes you think, like, damn, what are you trying to get pulled right here? These are probably $20 worth of lights and sounds, the remote. Like, my first initial thought was that it was going to be overpriced anyway, just because of the way of the world, coronavirus, what we in right now. I always thought it was going to be $150, and I was shooting at the high end of that. But for it to be $175, Transformers collectors are notoriously cheap. Like we are in a cheap fandom, which I personally don't like, but we're in a cheap fandom. And so the fandom went crazy, as they should. And somebody said, I forgot on the poster, said, you guys you're not Fans Toys, you're not Takara, whatever. You make a below the best product, and you're demanding a best price for something that doesn't transform, doesn't do anything. Basically a glorified statue. And I agree with that. And so I say that it's just the beginning of the end of X-Transbots, because if this is $175, how much do you think that trailer for Gravestone is going to be? How much is that Springer gonna be? I haven't looked. How much is that cup gonna be? I haven't looked. Like, some of these things are gonna be crazy priced. And I want to go back to the trailer because this is where X-Transbots started to fail. And I know they paid for the designs for their fans, but competing with a Minosaur, wrong. I'm selling all my X-Transbots right now because they just aren't up to the quality of fans toys. Or even if they are, even if you say they're better quality than DX9, DX9 is done for the most part. You just need drag strip and that's it. They just teased an image. It may be a render, may not be a render. Like, I think that this thing being delayed so much means that they have serious problems with something. And knowing X-Transbots is serious problems with basically build quality. And can these things combine and attach on them for what they're trying to do? Because I think that I think they cut corners in some ways. And the ways they normally cut corners are the things you can't cut corners with combiners, i.e., stability. So I think that the fandom with pricing, I think that what's going to happen is everybody who's looking at the trailer, when it comes out and is $150 or more, people are going to look at it like they paid almost $300 for Motor Mouse and the trailer when DX9 came in one piece with, DX9 came in one piece, and Fans Toys, regardless of what you think about Fans Toys, at least it had the gimmick of being self-contained. So at least you got that together. And I think most people will say Fans Toys make better quality. So I think that a combination of tackling characters that better companies are tackling and this crazy price point thing that, I have a saying, prices never go down. So I think that we're in this place, and I think that the place we're in, X-Transbots doesn't live in this space. They live in that skids for $70 type place. They live in that wind charger for $60 type place. They live in those type places, and that's the place they can succeed because if whatever faults the old character have, you probably won't get another version of that character. So I think that them competing with other characters like Springer, like Cup, Minosaur, like I said, I think that this is going to be like, if I'm going to spend that much, I might as well do Fans Toys or whoever else, a better company, MMC, whatever. And so I think that we just need to really watch X-Transbots because in this game of dwindling third parties, people pretty much being happy with the representations of what's come of the characters they have now. Go ask Transform Element about their Mirage. Like, with people starting to kind of round out, hey, of course it's new collectors, and shout out to them. I hope they get what they want. But there's collectors who've been in this game, the ones who are more willing to spend that money, kind of have the representation they want. You can't keep trying to tackle those characters. What they should be doing is going back to, I say this all the time, going for a Misfire, Slug Slinger. Doing MP representations of characters, a leader one. Like, they tease some of this stuff, but they need to put more. The Autobot X is a great one that they're doing. They need to put more energy into those. The Bounty Hunter Deathstroke. They need to put more energy into characters that will never get another representation. Instead of going with characters people have. And also on the price thing, they have to come down on price. They have to realize that, hey, the fandom sees them in a certain light. And Toyota can't come out with a Bentley price or a Benz price. People look at it crazy. And I think that right now, X-Transbots is kind of in that Toyota, Honda, my opinion. They're in that lane, Toyota, Honda, kind of that lane of cars, and they can't be trying to charge BMW, Benz, Lambo prices. So let me know what your thoughts on X-Transbots. Is this the end? Are you starting? I've seen a lot of people cancel their products with X-Transbots. Are you one of the ones who's saying, no, I love their products, they can do no wrong? Or are you on the side like, hey, it's the end, I'm not paying that much for X-Transbots? Or are you in the middle? Let me know in the comments. I promise I'll reply to all the comments. Thank you guys for listening.